Welcome to the first episode of Tech in the News. So, today, what we have is a little article I found from an incognito search, so there's no prejudice beforehand based on what my interests are. But something that I thought was interesting, an article titled 20 Million VPN Users Have Private Data Linked Online. What to Do? No log VPNs, no log. In apostrophes there, VPNs put more than 1 terabyte of user data online. So, essentially, there are some VPNs out there. If we keep reading the article, it talks about 7 different VPNs, fast VPN, flash VPN, yada, 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 the rest of these VPNs here. And essentially, what they had was a server that was publicly available that anybody could access, and then from there browse through the information that was on top of it. Within that information that they found, there was plenty of just plain text, stuff like that, which include usernames, passwords, addresses, personal identifiable information. So here's the killer thing. All of them seem to be based in Hong Kong. Okay. And if we look here in the article, it says last week, widely used VPN providers private internet access and TunnelBear. TunnelBear, a very well-known, I would say, VPN or tunnel-based system for protecting your internet activity, announced that they were shutting down their operations in Hong Kong due to a new law that gives Chinese authorities more power to spy on internet users and seize servers. So for those of you who don't know, China has the ability to basically take over whatever they want. As you know, YouTube isn't allowed in China, so they won't be seeing this video, of course. But that's just one of their abilities that they have with the climate and the political environment they have. So it then goes on to tell you what to do if you were using one of these VPNs. And this is just pretty much true for any time you're using a service, whether it's an email or you have just an account on a company site. If that account ever gets breached, or if that company ever deals with any kind of hacker issue, stuff like that, always make sure to change your password. That should always be the first thing you go to, because you don't know if that password is out there, and then that password will get passed around. Different people can go ahead and sell that actual password and your account information. Other people will buy it to log in and steal your information if they'd like. So I always recommend, and just as much as anybody else within the tech world will recommend, changing your password as soon as you find out that your account has been breached for whatever reason there may be. Okay, it keeps going on. 2 different teams of security researchers found that this user data online. First was Bob Dichenko of Compertech. I don't know, I probably butchered both of those names, who discovered the server holding 894 gigabytes of UFO VPN data on July 1st. 4 days later, a team from VPN Mentor found the same server and noticed that data from the other 6 VPNs was also included. In total, more than 1 billion records comprising of 1.2 terabytes of data were exposed. Basically, with this being said right here, something I think we can note out of the information that was leaked by this or found is that by the fact that it's saying 1 billion records and only equaling up to 1.2 terabytes of data, I can imagine there weren't any video files, anything like that. I'm imagining most of it was just temporary data or cache data that was probably used more frequently than often. So I can't believe it was too bad. And it says right here, include usernames, plain text password, email addresses, home addresses, IP addresses, Bitcoin data, PayPal payment data, what kind of PayPal payment data actually contained. I mean, you just have to assume that it's like usernames and as well as the passwords for that. Connection logs, session tokens, location information, customer complaint logs, and website visit histories. Now, if I was one of these VPN or this overarching company that was in control of all these VPNs, I would definitely be throwing my customer complaint logs in with all the other important information, because it's important. It's important to keep track of that stuff. And then they go on to quote, that this lack of basic security measures in an essential part of cybersecurity product is not just shocking, said the VPN Mentor report. It also shows a total disregard for standard VPN practices that put their users at risk. Something I'm just going to throw out there, if you're using a free VPN or a tunneling software or something that you use to protect your internet traffic, and it's free, it's probably not free in that you're going to be completely secure. Every VPN's got to make its money one way or another, and if you're going to be passing all your traffic through that host address, you're going to be putting yourself at risk. I definitely recommend, if you're choosing a VPN, make sure you go with somebody who's got a long track record, possibly somebody who's had their fair shares of ups and downs, somebody who's seen the worst, seen the best, Always do your research before you go with a VPN. Don't just do it because, I don't have money, I'm just going to go with a free one. No, because it's just going to put yourself in an even worse case scenario. And frankly, if you're Googling and going up to places where you're concerned about people seeing your traffic in the first place, there might be a little evaluation that needs to be done there. So I guess in the end here, let's see here. What does it say? Due to personal changes caused by COVID-19, we've not found bugs in server firewalls rules immediately, which will lead to potential risk of being hacked, UFO VPN said in matching statements to Dachenko and VPN, and now it has been fixed. Okay, so basically they're blaming COVID-19 as their issue for why their computers are, or why their system isn't working. Said of the 7 compromised services, only UFO VPN seems to offer client software for personal computers as well as mobile devices. Another one, Super VPN, is mobile only, but like UFO VPN, offers both free and paid plans. See, this is where I always get confused. Why would they even offer free in the first place? So, anyways. The bottom, let's see here, says free mobile-only VPN providers are notorious for security holes. Wow, everything I was saying has now been verified right here by this statement on tomsguide.com. Of course, I will put the link for this article in the description below. And we at Tom's Guide recommend that you do not use an entirely free VPN. Oh, there it is again. I didn't even finish reading the passage. That's what I had. As the old adage goes, if you're not paying for the service, then you're the product. That's a good saying. So I guess that's about all I have today for today's Tech in the News. Lesson learned here, do not be using free VPNs. If you are going to be using a VPN, virtual private network, make sure you do your research on the company and the site that is hosting that VPN. You do not want to be passing your information through a less secured site or a non-secured site that just puts all of their customers' PayPal, Bitcoin, security, information out on a public available server. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.